Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol. Pistol by my whiskey, politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Hey everyone. Good to see you, Darlene, Tracy, Carrie, Bitbot, Carol. Good to see each and every one of you. How's y'all's day been? I've been adulting. I've been getting my education on. We love you, Carol. Hey, Jeff, Terry, and Steve, my brothers. Hope y'all are doing good. Alrighty, let me see. What can I get into here? Let me see. Well, Gator Girl's gonna be on a little bit later. Not too late, she said. She's eating with the boys, I think, is what her message said. So, but she'll be here in just a little bit. So I'll save hers for when she gets here. But I got this one. This was, I believe, good, but I don't know. I'm just gonna let y'all listen to it. It's Good's father-in-law, which is close with her family, says that they don't blame anyone. So that kind of threw me off. because if she hadn't been there, then her quote unquote wife hadn't had started egging it on, then she may still be here. But I liked what he said. He made a lot of sense. He doesn't sound anything like Renee. Uh-uh. He sounds level headed.
Well, it has been over a week since the tragic death of Renee Good in that ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis. And as violent protests continue across Minneapolis, and we just showed you some from last night, Renee's former father-in-law is speaking out about her death and urging both sides to look to God after the loss. Tim Macklin Sr. joins us right now. Tim, good morning to you.
Good morning. Praise the Lord.
Indeed. Thank you for joining us. I know this is a tough time for your family. Your son, Tim, was married to Renee before he passed away a few years ago.
That's correct.
I know you've seen the video of what happened. You talked to your family. You've spoken to people. What happened? What happened that day?
Just a whole bunch of bad choices is what I see. I mean, we've all sinned and fell short of the glory of God. We've all made bad choices, and myself, I made multitudes of bad choices. And Trump's got a responsibility to take care of the country. I mean, God has put him in charge, control, but he's got to do it through the Lord. I think he's doing a great job. It's his responsibility to protect God's people in America. And I have no blame for anybody. I want to be a peacemaker. I just believe that, the Bible, I heard somebody say earlier that this is a spiritual warfare, and it is. It's not political, it's spiritual. The Bible said in the last days it'll be kingdom against kingdom and nation against nation. And, we'll see the wars and rumors of wars and the hurricanes and tornadoes, and it's all happening. It's really... the way the Bible's fulfilling itself, I think it ought to be a wake-up call, realizing this stuff this nation is getting out of control. Yeah. Unless people turn back to God or repent, it's going to keep getting worse.
And Tim, I understand you don't blame anybody. You don't blame her. You don't blame ICE. You don't blame anybody.
We could blame, do we blame Trump for for trying to get the illegal immigrants out of here? I mean, do we blame Trump for bringing ICE over here? I mean, the agent himself, I mean, from my understanding, he'd been ran over before or something. I mean, can we blame Renee for even being there? I mean, there's just a whole lot of bad choices. But here's the thing. That's why, we all, the Bible says, trust the Lord with your whole heart, not to lean on your own understanding, and acknowledge him in all ways, and he shall lead and guide our paths. I love Renee. She's a family member, an awesome person, it's the Bible says, he that not taketh up the cross, deny himself every day and follow him is not worthy of him. Was she following the Spirit of the Lord to be there? Praise God. Maybe if she would just opened up the door, and let them, stuck her hands out. She had a great spirit on her face. I mean, there's so many things that could have changed the whole situation. The agent, praise the Lord, if I've seen the video of, where it did hit his leg. I mean, at that flash, I mean, who knows what anybody would do. Right. So, it's not about the blame game. It's about really just everybody coming together and just going to God for our country and our nation and for our president. That's what I see.
And Tim, I know you couldn't see it, but we were just showing some images of your son with Renee when they were married before your son died. Yeah. I know they had a child, your grandson. He's 6 years old.
Absolutely.
Who's taking care of him? Where is he now?
Well, I think his parents and the lady Rebecca is taking care of him, and we're praying, to get some kind of legal custody that we can be in charge. We don't want to take him from anybody. Sure. I mean, but that's what we're. I've got 11 or 12-year-old kids that can quote you 40 Bible scriptures, and my kids at 11 to 12 years old has never heard me say a curse word in their whole lives.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, me and my house we really serve the Lord. But
Tim, before you go, I'm sure you've seen the images out of Minnesota where there's protesting every night. What is, as Renee Good's father-in-law, what would you say to the protesters who are protesting and being activists in her name?
well, again, I would, the Lord tells us so many times to be still and know He's God. If we'd spend more time in prayer instead of trying to do things on our own, I think that we'd have a whole lot better outcome.
Amen to that. Tim Macklin, Sr., sir, thank you very much for joining us today.
God bless you and our country.
Hey, baby brother Christopher. Yeah, Carol, from what he said, they do, but they're going to try to get some kind of custody of them, which I think that would be right. If the father and the mother isn't in his life, then I think both sets of the grandparents should both have rights to, help raise them. I don't think that woman needs to have them, my personal opinion, but everybody has an opinion. But I think he was pretty nice. And like he said, Trump has a lot on his shoulders to do. Yeah, all of them, but that one boy, for some reason, I don't I don't know too much. I haven't, when it comes to kids, it sort of gets me all flustered, so I try to avoid while I've got Sky around me. I don't look into anything like that because she can tell it bothers me. But that's what he said, and I was like, looks like he's already done. You know how courts are. That's all I can say. You know how courts are. And then I know y'all all seen it because I seen it. If I see it, y'all seen it. Nick giving an update on where the protesters broke into the ICE's truck. Here's Nick giving an update on that.
I know you just talked to a high-placed source at DOJ. Tell us more.
Yeah, so he wasn't arrested last night. He could have been, but the Minneapolis police didn't bother chasing the vehicle that had just stolen a high-powered rifle out of an FBI car. So that stole it out of one of these weapons lockers that was in the back. But what I can confirm now is that Raul Gutierrez, age 33, that you see in the video that I posted last night, stealing a firearm from an FBI vehicle, has been arrested by the ATF and the DOJ. They executed an arrest warrant today, and he's a known member of the Latin Kings gang. I just got all this information just before I came on air. He's got a lengthy, violent rap sheet. Of course, he should have been in prison already, but in Tim Waltz, Minnesota, they don't arrest anybody here. So it's not surprising that he was able to go out and beat this gun safe to a pulp and pull this automatic firearm out of it and run away with it. And, hell, if it wasn't for, honestly, a lot of us independent journalists on the ground that were able to get a video of this, nobody would have seen it happen.
Wouldn't know about it.
They were able to find this guy based on a video from independent journalists, the one that we posted last night. I mean, it's crazy that it has to be us doing this.
So, Nick, did you talk to DOJ to get his name?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's I've been in contact with Attorney General Pam Bondi throughout the day today. We've talked to him several times.
We'll take that as a confirmation.
More material that I haven't posted. Yeah, and so they've been. There's a lot of FBI stuff going on the ground right now that I can't talk about, but there's more coming.
So they've gotten one of them, and I heard they're very well. Before I came on, had my earbuds in when I was helping Sky. I heard that they was getting close to arresting the other three. Said that they had three more that they was getting ready to go and detain, question. So hopefully ICE is getting a little more forceful, because I'm scared they're going to get hurt if they just keep stepping back. I mean, I know they don't want to hurt nobody, but they don't care about them. I think ICE needs to show them they're not playing. Hey, Christopher. I said hey to you earlier. I told you to be good. Or I think I did. Yeah, that child was from her husband that passed away. And that was his dad talking. Her husband, her life's husband that passed away. Alrighty. Here's one that's going to kind of upset you a little bit, and then I'll show you a few funny ones to make up for it. But this one irritates me because they are tearing down a federal fence on the on federal property. Nothing's done. But our J6ers throw a water bottle, shake a bicycle rack, and a couple other things, and they're in jail. Make it make sense. I just don't get it. 10 minutes, pass it back.
It seems like they want some sort of civil fracture, Tim. Do they? Fox News alert, the guy who looted an FBI vehicle in Minneapolis last night has been arrested. And apparently he's a Latin king with a violent criminal history. Now we're seeing another night of protests. Bill Malusian on the scene. Bill.
Yeah, Jesse, good evening to you. As you mentioned, yet another night of protests out here at the federal building in Minneapolis. You can see the crowd of protesters behind us here. This is only about half the protest group tonight. We'll step out and show you why. So this is a second gate here at this federal property where federal agents come in and out. These protesters found this second gate and are trying to block agents from coming and going inside. The bigger protest group is currently down the road from us. That's where we saw Alexis McAdams doing her live shots earlier today. So this is a smaller gate on the northern side of the property where some of these protesters have branched off in an effort to block off these federal agents. You can hear some of the chants, F you Nazis, F ICE. They're holding signs. They're yanking on the barricades here, the chain link fence. There's some K-rails. So far, it's been fairly peaceful. It's just people chanting, yelling. There has been a cat and mouse game, though, with the federal agents, though. Whenever there's a shift change or the agents are trying to bring their vehicles out, you'll see them come out with a skirmish line and tell people to get out of the road, that it's federal property. If they don't move, that they're going to be arrested. Some of the protesters don't want to move. That's when you see people getting shoved. So you hear them now yelling, rip the fence down. So you can see them yanking on the chain link fence right here. It looks like some of that chain link is coming off from the moors that it's on, but no federal agents from what we're able to see manning this spot right now. There is one single FPS vehicle, that is Federal Protective Service, sitting in the lot right here. Cameraman can see it. That is the only federal presence we're seeing right now. A lot of these agents have decided to kind of back off. We got one vehicle coming through here right now. And then real quick, Pete, if we can pan down the road, some more of these other protesters, Jesse, are coming down the road now. That's from that second location I was telling you about, where it's the main gate where we've seen more of the skirmishes. That side has kind of calmed down. More of these protesters now walking down this way to this second gate, again, where federal agents have been coming in and out. But you're seeing it live here. They're now trying to yank down some of the chain link fence here, and we're not seeing a very big federal presence. But other than that, Jesse, have not seen any violence of any kind just yet. Just a lot of yelling, a lot of chants, a lot of signs. It almost has like a concert feel, to be honest. When we pulled up here, there's different People are parking, and then you just see them walking to the venue, if you will, holding their signs. Everyone's just kind of moping around, and then they get on scene, and then they start yelling and holding their signs up, and it kind of turns into an event. So, again, you see people trying to yank these signs down. The feds will consider that federal property, so if it does get busted up and agents do decide to come out here, you might see them trying to make some arrests. But we're going to be out here for the evening. We'll be keeping tabs on it. Jesse, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much. Hopefully it's a mostly peaceful concert. Bill, stay warm, stay safe.
See, now why aren't they getting the J6 treatment? I think it's wrong. One set of rules for one group and another set of rules for another group. It's not right. As soon as they put their finger on that fence, they should grab them. Well, they've got FBI and other federal officers there that can grab them because they're messing with federal property. I don't believe they have to get the governor and the mayor's permission if they're trying to destroy federal property. I don't think they do. I can be wrong. I'm not too bright, y'all know. I could be wrong, but it just don't make sense. Gator girl, I got you a funny here. I was waiting for you to get done eating. Hope you had something good. 5 minutes, pass it back. I'll go with the 2-minute one. And then after I got one for Gator Girl too, a funny one. So here's this one's for Gator Girl.
How about all these childcare places in Minnesota where there is no children? They go there, they get paid millions and millions of dollars. The biggest operation in all of Minnesota had no children. And we pay millions of dollars. They're scammers. They're scammers. They always will be. And we're getting them out, and we're not going to pay them. We're not going to pay Minnesota. Right, Scott? We're not paying Minnesota any more money for that, any of that crap. It's a big scam. It's a giant scam run by an incompetent, crooked governor. He's an incompetent, crooked guy. And also we're freezing any and all welfare payments going to illegal immigrants that will start effective immediately. So when illegals come into California, Gavin Newsom, they come into California, and they send us bills for people coming in. We're not paying it. So we're working on that very strongly. Just don't pay it. As Nancy Reagan would say, just say no. Remember Nancy Reagan? Just say no to drugs. It's a little more difficult than that, I guess, right? But just say no. Additionally, from this moment forward, if you're on public assistance, like almost all Somalis are, did you see where 94% of them are on public assistance? You can't wire money out of the country back to your bank account from where you came. But more importantly, we probably aren't even going to give them the money anymore, the money going to them, because of the tremendous abuse and probably illegality being perpetrated on our country. We're not going to give them the money. We're not giving them the money. It's massive numbers of people are scamming our country. You know, they came from a place with nothing. And they come here and they drive around in Mercedes-Benz. You know, the Mercedes-Benz dealers do well in that area of Minnesota. Can you believe it? They have nothing. They get welfare payments and they have Mercedes-Benzes. It angers me so much, but we're going to straighten out our country. This was done under Biden and Obama, very much under Obama. It all started under Obama.
Obama, he looked so goofy. He looked goofy as an adult, and he looks goofy as a baby. Goofy looking man. Let me see. He does. Wait until you see the next little clip of them. Biden tries to question him on some of his attitude lately. Gator Girl's gonna I laughed at that one. She's gonna love that one. He questioned Trump on his statements. Let me see. Two minutes, maybe. No, 1 minute. Y'all do know that y'all can go over, the ones that has Rumble can go over to Rumble, because it might need someone to talk to over there, because he's manning both. He's on YouTube and Rumble. So if anybody wants to pop over there and say hey to him, I tried to, but my tablet, the battery runs dead every time I'll have it fully charged, but as soon as I type something, it's like it drains the battery or something. I don't know. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Thank you, each and every one. Okay, Gator Girl. Oh, let me give you a little bit of Scotty before we do Trump, so we don't have him twice in a row. Here's Scotty. He's giving us some he's like most of us about trusting technology. We really don't trust it too well. We'll do what we need to do, but we don't trust it too much.
We don't hate technology. We just don't trust it, because every new way is just a fancy way of making something simple take longer. Self-checkout is the #1 thing that Southern people hate, because Because it's not convenient, it's stressful. You scan one item wrong and it's going to hit you with the unexpected item in the bagging area. Now you're standing there looking guilty like you stole a watermelon. The worker always walks up slow too, not in a rush, just strolling like you ain't in a public argument with a machine right now. Then you go eat somewhere and they say, just scan the QR code. Nah, bring me a menu. I don't want to use my phone to order when I'm already in the building. And everything has got an app now. You can't just do the thing. You got to create an account, confirm an email, verify a code, update your password, accept cookies, and then the app's still going to say try again later. Brother, I could have went up there and handled this with eye contact. Now, Apple Pay, I actually mess with Apple Pay. That's the one new thing that I don't complain about, because it actually works fast without asking you 12 questions first. Then they're making everything smart. Smart fridges, smart washers, smart thermostats. Why does my washing machine need Wi-Fi? It's a washing machine. It needs water and peace. If my dishwasher starts asking for a software update, I'm taking it outside and letting it think about what it did. But yeah, we don't hate new technology. We just hate the stuff that makes the easy stuff harder. If it takes a login, a code, and a tutorial, it ain't better. It's just new.
Hey, Gary, good to see you.
Howdy. Get my leg here.
I like my old school appliances. I don't want it connected to no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I hate all those check-ins and passwords and cookies and yeah.
I want it back to earlier times. Okay, gay girl, here's your baby Trump.
So I heard you were flipping people off the other day. What's that all about, man?
That's right, Joe. I did. He was screaming some naughty words at me, very dumbly. So I showed him my new, very powerful and strong national bird and told him, "You're fired."
Hey, man, where are all the people? I heard there was supposed to be an ice cream protest today.
It's not an ice cream protest, you lunatic. It's a immigration and customs enforcement protest. We call it ICE, okay? Because the other is a mouthful.
Huh? What's immigration enforcement? I thought we were just supposed to let them all in and put them on welfare. They told me that they would help the economy, man, and be a bunch of free votes for Democrats.
Of course you did, Joe, because you're not a smart person, okay? You're a very stupid person. How could these people that come from countries whose economies are trash do anything but hurt ours?
Don't blame me, man. Kamala made me do it. They took away my pen and everything. But these protesters don't seem so bad, man. Everything seems peaceful around here to me.
It's peaceful here, Joe, because we are in this beautiful park, okay? And most of your radical Democrats legally aren't allowed within 200 feet of a park or school. So they riot, very stupidly, in the street where thugs belong. It's always a bunch of horrible-looking liberal women. You know what we call those people? We call them street workers, Joe. You have a party of street workers.
Oh, ho, street workers, huh? I'll be right back.
Hey, man, that's not fair. You're sexy. You know, a lot of those women used to be men. We're like frogs, man. We can change gender when we get bored. Why do you think Tim Walz looks so much like a frog?
Don't ever call me sexy, Joe. Okay, the word you were looking for is sexist. Okay? Your party is really weird.
Hey, man, look, I found a puppy dog.
Poor Joe.
That's not a puppy dog, you lunatic. That's a squirrel. Protect your nuts, Joe. It probably doesn't have any of its own and wants some of yours. We should call it Gavin. We've all seen the way that guy sits. There can't be much going on there. All right, buddy, here. All these lunatics and morons, they weren't all your fault. Put this hat on.
Oh, wow, that's groovy, man. What's it say? You know, I can't read. Hey, man, if you enjoy these videos, head over to Pacifier Politics YouTube page for more. And subscribe, man, unless you're a dog-faced pony soldier.
Joe, what the hell is that?
Hey, that's my bullfrog, man. Timothy Warts.
Hey, SL Twinny. Good to see ya. Thank you for coming. I know that was funny. Okay, now let's get our education on. Y'all ready?
Ready.
You ready, Freddie? Gator Girl, you ready?
Ready, Teddy?
Here we go. Let's try this. I know Sky's ready. So she just
I see
yelled at me.
Pickles at the protest.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he's a big old pickle.
He's gonna get pickled.
He's gonna be frozen pickle. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice little fire.
Okay.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union.
Here we go. Sky, you better be watching this.
Our lives, our fortune, and our sacred honor.
Situation of America, and my constant desire to have your advice, concurrence, and assistance on every important occasion have determined me to join you together.
Within the cold, cavernous halls of Westminster Palace, the air is stiff with formality, and the marble floors echo under the measured footfalls of Sir Francis Molyneux. Sir Francis, the seventh of the Molyneux baronets, and a man of noble blood and loyal service, strides purposely across the legislative chambers. He's the gentleman usher of the Black Rod, the ceremonial voice of the crown in Parliament. Upon his shoulder rests a simple yet potent symbol of the sovereign, a slender ebony baton tipped in gold at both ends. For centuries, the usher of the Black Rod has summoned members of the House of Commons to attend to the sovereign in the House of Lords. The year is 1776. The day is October 31st. King George III prepares to address Parliament. Sir Francis approaches the heavy oak doors of the House of Commons when suddenly they slam shut. This is no accident. This symbolic gesture echoes a decades-old precedent, symbolizing the House of Commons' independence from the monarchy. Its exact origins date to the 1640s, when King Charles I's attempt to arrest 5 members of Parliament ignited the English Civil War and cost the king his head. Unfazed, the usher of the Black Rod raises his staff and knocks thrice. With that, the doors swing open and all members rise. The summons is delivered. Mr. Speaker, the King commands this honorable House to attend His Majesty immediately in the House of Lords. At the head of the upper chamber, cloaked in ermine and surrounded by bishops and barons, sits King George III, full-faced, regal, and blankly inscrutable. Just hours earlier, the king had arrived in his grand gold state coach drawn by 8 horses and festooned with gilded carvings, lions to signify national strength, cherubs to signify divine right, and 4 gleaming figures of Triton, the Greek sea god, to proclaim Britain's naval supremacy. The monarchy's power was often memorialized in symbols, and yet beneath the pomp and circumstance, the edifice of imperial majesty crumbled. The late British Empire, overextended and over-centralized, suffered under the pressures of factionalism and fiscal ruin. The national debt had nearly doubled by 1763, and interest payments alone devoured over half of the annual budget. Britain's incoherent colonial policies, the sugar interest battling the tea interest, Parliament in the hands of the squirearchy, had degenerated into a bureaucratic charade. No symbol of power could plug the cracks forming in its gilded veneer. Had Westminster governed with more prudence, perhaps 13 colonies across the Atlantic may not have severed all political ties with the crown just months earlier, invoking the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, as 56 signers penned their names on the Declaration of Independence. To the king, the colonists were simply deluded by an overly zealous and ill-mannered class of leaders who had openly renounced all allegiance to the crown and all political connection with this country. Yet for decades, the colonists had endured repeated violations of what jurist William Blackstone called the absolute rights of every Englishman. The rights of British subjects, established over centuries of English constitutional history, found their earliest expressions in 1215 with the adoption of Magna Carta. This lineage of liberties had been reinforced in the Petition of Rights in 1628 and the English Bill of Rights of 1689. The colonists, as proud Englishmen, were humbly requesting the same protections that they and their forebears had once enjoyed. Instead, for more than a decade, they endured a litany of humiliations and betrayals. Taxes imposed without representation, trade restricted by decree, soldiers quartered in civilian homes, and representative assemblies dissolved by royal order. What began as a dispute over a 3 pence per pound tax on tea had matured into a fundamental contest over the nature of political authority. Whereas the British monarchy asserted divine right and hereditary power, the colonists cast their lot with a radical new creed. Governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Still, there is a sentence, one sentence, that is echoed across continents and endured through centuries. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. That sentence did not simply declare American independence, it declared a revolution in human thought. At a time when birth alone often determined the extent of one's achievement, this sentence shattered assumptions that for too long had governed the old world. It declared that truth exists, that it is knowable, and that man, by virtue of being human, is endowed with inalienable rights. It declared that liberty is not dispensed at the mercy of the state, rather, it is given by God. The English Civil War of the 1640s had already tested the limits of royal power, culminating in parliamentary independence. Now, over a century hence, the symbolic scenes at Westminster, the knocking of Black Rod, the slamming of the Commons' doors, the King's florid address, were the mere remnants of a once mighty empire. The very ritual of barring Black Rod, once an assertion of defiance, echoed hollowly. Across the Atlantic, a much deeper form of defiance had taken root. The Declaration is a promise. More than that, it is a compass, pointing always toward the dignity of the human soul and the solemn duty of free citizens to guard against the rise of tyranny no matter what title it claims. Senates after senates, Thomas Jefferson distilled centuries of political thought into one audacious proposition: that government is not the master of man, but his servant. Among those in Parliament who grasped the gravity of this development was the eloquent orator, Sir Edmund Burke. Just 1 year prior to the colony's Declaration of Independence, Burke, who had long sympathized with the colonists, issued the following warning before Parliament: "A love of freedom is the predominating feature which marks and distinguishes the whole of the Americans. But that love," he added, "rendered them suspicious, restive, and untractable whenever they see the least attempt to wrest from them by force their liberty." Burke understood that the American attachment to freedom was the only advantage worth living for. And he warned that attempts to forcibly suppress this yearning would only deepen the conflict. Upon learning of the Declaration of Independence, Burke was sick at heart, convinced that the moment for reconciliation had passed and that the empire's map and its future would be irrevocably altered. In The American Insurrectionists, King George faced an existential challenge to the very institution of his kingship and the empire over which he reigned. Upon his ascension to the throne in 1760 at the young age of 22, the king famously proclaimed, "Born and educated in this country, I glory in the name of Britain." The colonies were part of that glory, extensions of himself as king. But by 1776, that identity was being reshaped by forces greater than him. 1 year prior to the signing of the Declaration, it was already becoming clear that the old world was giving way to the new. And so, standing before the House of Lords in October 1775, the king had declared, "The rebellious war now levied is manifestly carried on for the purpose of establishing an independent empire, and the object is too important, the spirit of the British nation too high, the resources with which God hath blessed her too numerous to give up so many colonies." In carefully measured but resolute words, King George warned Parliament of the dangers this rebellion posed, not only to the loyal colonies, but to the entire European colonial system. He called for unanimity at home, promising to uphold British honor and restore order. British rule had undoubtedly grown increasingly arrogant and unaccountable, driving the colonists to embrace the only option left at their disposal: independence. The colonists had tried to seek peace. In the summer of 1775, the Continental Congress drafted the Olive Branch Petition, a humble appeal to King George III, pleading for his intervention to secure the proper rights of his colonial subjects. The petition, largely the work of political moderate John Dickinson of Pennsylvania, addressed the king with reverence, blaming ministers in London rather than the monarch himself for the escalating tensions. But the petition arrived too late. When the colonial envoys presented the petition to Lord Dartmouth, the king's secretary for the colonies, they were met with silence. His Majesty refused to receive the petition personally or grant any reply. In fact, on October 23rd, days before the petition arrived, King George issued a proclamation branding the colonists as traitors, engaged in open rebellion, commanding all officers to exert their utmost endeavors to suppress such rebellion. The king's decision was final. No compromise, no negotiation, only the suppression of American unrest. And so we return to Westminster in the fall of 1776, where King George issues a call to arms. "If their treason be suffered to take root, much mischief must grow from it, to the safety of my loyal colonies, to the commerce of my kingdoms, and indeed to the present system of all Europe." The king's implausible claim to British happiness rang hollow against the colonists' cry for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. By the time Parliament rose, a new world had already sprung. The echo of Black Rod's staff sounded the first notes of that radical transformation. But the real knocking, one that would echo through the ages, was issued not from a Black Rod, but from a bold declaration nailed to the conscience of mankind. When the colonists slammed their own metaphorical doors on the British crown, they did so not as traitors, but as rightful heirs to Magna Carta, to habeas corpus, and to Parliament's own sacred independence. By the time the king stood before Parliament, the revolution was underway. not just on battlefields, but in the hearts and minds of men.
Now, y'all get y'all's education in. I think last night's was got me more to my heart. I mean, that one was good too, but last night's what I believe was really, really good. I think anyway. Could be wrong. But I think.
I got lost.
You got lost. That's
Yeah.
okay. Your friend came to visit you.
Yeah. I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. I used to be. Used to be.
I wish I was as smart as an infant. I would be. I would be on cloud 9. Okay, Gator.
These protesters, they started a fire there. They had a hard time starting it. Looked like sage. Looked like they brought up like sage wand. You know how you see these little sage wands that they burn, and they was carrying them out. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're getting the possession out of them. I don't know what the deal with that was, or what might have been weed. Getting there by eye.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, and also, Betty got Sky. Let me see what it's like a study book, but it's a coloring book too, and it's celebrating America's 250th, and it's got like little stories in like independence and all different little things, and of all the people that was back there, Deborah Franklin, Boston Tea Party. It's got a bunch of little things in it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Then it has like the America's Creed in it. It's just got a bunch of facts and stuff for Scott to use too when she starts that class.
Yeah, I was thinking they're starting these fires. Cops are coming along putting them out, but they catch pneumonia that way, get warmed up, then get back cold. You know, I might think that you'd be better off without it.
What would be the best is the insurrectionist act. What's wrong with me tonight? Do you know anything, or chat? Do y'all know anything about Tim Pool? Is he a good person?
Tim Pool is
Because I haven't heard nothing
he's
about
mainly
him.
on it. He's a little bit liberal, but not too much. He's He's different. He's different from the rest of them.
Well, I heard this. I'll play it for you, Carrie. He seemed like he was with us. That's why I clipped it. I really don't know him, and well, he's with Jesse.
I liked him personally. You know, I watch him. You know, but you had to pick. You had to. You know, you had to watch.
Yeah. Hey, Party Bonza. Party Bonza is with BitBot on Rumble. But I haven't never heard of them before. But then I seen them on Jesse, and I was like, well, Jesse's on our side, so Jesse wouldn't put somebody.
I can't remember. He started out with a large group. And I can't remember who it was, whether it was Glenn Beck or whether it was Turning Point or who it was. But he was a reporter with them. And he went off on his own and started the IRL. And he's huge. I mean, he's huge. But he tries to tell it.
Until sky on you.
He tries to tell it as as common sense,
Yeah, he made pretty good sense, but
a lot of people.
I didn't want to get fooled by him. It takes me a while to pick up on somebody.
I think you're pretty safe.
He sort of sounded.
But like I say, you have to listen, and. Because every now and then he's,
Yeah, but here's the clip. Here's the clip that I took. I believe he must have talked to him today or last night on the show. And here's the clip that I had, and he sounds pretty decent.
It seems like they want some sort of civil fracture, Tim. Do they?
It seems so. Now, I don't want to say at the highest levels Democrat politicians want to foment civil war, as I often talk about, but they're beholden to their constituents. So we have a mayor suggesting the police should now be fighting federal agents, which is horrifying. But it's actually quite simple. ICE agents are out on the ground across the country because I asked them to be, because you asked them to be, because the American voter said immigration is a top issue for us. We want Republicans in office. We want Donald Trump in office. And we want this problem solved once and for all. So what are we seeing? Violent extremists who oppose our democracy and the will of the people. That video you showed where they put the tow rope and rip out the weapons locker, that's not the only one. There were other vehicles they ransacked. There's a video purporting to show a man stealing what appears to be a rifle from a federal vehicle and ammunition, as well as patches, tourniquets, and other objects. This is not a protest. This is not a riot. These are political extremists, and it's overt terror. I'll tell you when it upgrades to terror, when these people are reading the names of the agents on camera, which they did after they ransacked the vehicle, after they leaked their names, and apparently went and found their private vehicles. So we're at a whole new level. And Jesse, I used to go on the ground all the time. I covered tons of these protests. I've been personally attacked and assaulted by many of these extremists. I have never seen this level of extremism. I mean, we've seen fire bombs, we've seen broken windows. But to ransack federal vehicles and steal their weapons. So let me say this about what happened to Renee Good. You may have seen the video immediately following the moment where she dies. And it's tragic. I wish it didn't happen. But you hear her lover say, "Why were you using real bullets?" There's two different people here. There's two different groups. You've got your political extremists, and they radicalize your liberal ICE mom, your run-of-the-mill suburban mom who doesn't really understand what they're being asked to do. And these women, they've gone out to your protest where they wiggled their little flags and their signs, and they said, this policy is bad and that policy is bad. This is something different. The extremists are advocating that these middle-aged women show up to federal law enforcement operations where armed federal agents are seeking out criminal cartels, murderers, rapists, child traffickers. And they're wondering why these ICE agents are apprehensive and armed with lethal munitions. They're not prepared for this, and I fear it will get worse.
See, now didn't he make sense?
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Some of them people is way out there, but he made sense to me.
The only thing he needs to learn is we're not a democracy. He stuck that in there, democracy, you know. But yeah, he's good. He understands what's going on.
Yep, that's true, Sherry. Renee did use a real car, so she got some real bullets in my book.
Yeah. And that's the truth. They think that they can go out there scot-free and just do whatever they want, you know, and they ain't gonna get hurt. But every one of those protesters could be that next number, you know. Just one half a second.
Look at that poor officer that got beat by a snow shovel and a broomstick.
Yeah.
He's still recovering and in the hospital. And another guy jumped in on him. There was 3 that jumped him. I got a question about that though. Where was rest of the ICE patrol at? Why did they let him get beat that bad?
Yeah,
That bad.
I'm just watching here on the TV. They took these water bottles and dumped them out where the ICE agents would come out, and the ICE agents come out and stop them, chase them off, dump in water so they can slip on the ice.
Yep.
Yeah, they asked for it, you know.
And then they cry and whine whenever they get a rubber bullet or some mace or tear gas or a bullet. They cry about it. I can't help it. I'm sick and tired of them.
Now they're all wearing gas masks, so it don't matter, you know. I guess it depends on the quality that they have. I don't know, but it's like no big deal, you know. Well, they're all ganging up. They're coming out for something.
I still think my plan would work.
What's that?
All of the ICE agents and FBI, all the law enforcements gather around that state of Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
round up all the protesters. Just bring them in the center.
It's coming.
Get them loaded up on a bus and take them to another country, wherever crap they want to be.
It's coming because they're trying to maintain a peaceful protest. You know, they're trying to maintain, except for these couple skirmishes where they break into the cars, and you know, they're keeping it too cool for, you know, for that area. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a chess game right now. They're not like the Summer of Love.
No, the protesters is playing checkers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've got their orders not to incite too much, you know. So they're sitting back, just, you know, doing their legal right to protest, you know, right now.
Well, old Tom and Donald had our great president had a meeting this evening, so maybe things will change here ASAP as soon as possible. Because Tom is getting tired of the officers getting hurt and harmed, so maybe Tom can push along this little bit of push it along. I want to see that whole state locked down in Chicago, in California, anywhere these crazy people are at doing this mess, and load all of them up.
Yeah.
Don't put them in our jail, because taxpayers will be paying for them. No, send them to the country where they won't. So
yeah, some of the country
if they want salami, send them to salami land.
Yeah, send them to the country they're patronizing. Just let them take a vacation there. You know, just send them for a vacation. Yeah, you can spend a month there. If you survive, you can come back.
Yep, that's I wouldn't even let them come back after a month.
Yeah,
As
they
soon as
might
they got
learn.
shipped out, lock them down. I don't
They
care.
might learn, or they might not make it.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. They should have been grateful for what they had while they was here instead of doing all that mess. I'm done with them.
I sit here and watch a bunch
I'm
of.
cold-hearted when I'm done.
I sit here last night and watched Somali women drive by this protest in a Tesla. And they were definitely Somali.
Of course.
I figure.
Of course, go figure.
They sure do, Cherry. Yep. Hey, I said it and didn't get my lady from my phone. Amazing. So if it sounds funny me saying it, that's the way I get around it. Popping up.
This man here, this is another short one. He talks to the liberals, and really, well, what do they want us to do with all these people? Listen to him. Now he does say one bad word, sky. Okay, go on. I'll be there in a little bit. But this guy here, he does say a cuss word that I don't like, but he says it is really how we feel. What are we supposed to do? We can't detain them and move them and send them back. I mean, what do you want us to do with them, liberals? But here he is talking about it. I like this guy too.
Hey, Minnesota, Texas here. Heard they're sending more guys your way, and I wanted to let you know that I can't get there to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. But you are in our constant thoughts. We are sending you our love, our prayers, our strength.
Texan here. I got a question for you leftists. What are we supposed to do with illegal immigrants? Because you cannot deny that people have come to this country illegally. You cannot deny that people have come here on visas and overstayed. You can't deny that there are people that came to this country the wrong way. You can't deny that people bringing drugs into this country, that they're trafficking children, and then they're trafficking women. You can't deny that. The question is, what are we supposed to do with them? Are we just supposed to send them a letter, a strongly worded letter? Hey guys, listen, we're going to have to deport you. Can you be in court at this time? And they never show? I really would like to know what exactly it is that we're supposed to do with people, criminals who come into this country illegally in the wrong way. Because there are plenty of people I have worked with side by side with real Mexicans who came to this country to work and did it the right way. And some badasses who actually done the right thing to become an American. These people that were getting deported, they didn't do their things the right way. I want to know what the fuck we're supposed to do with them. Because you're crying and you can't go and riot, loot, and burn the streets of Minnesota because you want to stand shoulder to shoulder with your comrades, your un-American, lying, corrupt Democrats. I want to know what exactly it is that you want to do with illegal immigrants. You just want to let them roam the streets, sell their drugs, and traffic children? I really would like to know.
Hey, Minnesota.
Yes.
True. I mean,
Yes.
if it was up to liberals, they would want to. They.
Yeah,
But
that's
let us do one thing wrong.
Hey, yeah.
Let us touch a back rack or throw a empty water bottle and see what happens to us. Right, Carol. And they never showed it to the court dates. Like, that's why they've got most of these warrants is where they haven't showed up for their court
Right.
dates. That's why they're going to get them for.
That's
They
right.
don't show up to the dang things, like he said.
Yeah,
So
no,
what do they
no due process on the way in. Why should they get it on the way out?
They
They,
shouldn't.
they
That's
didn't
what
go
I've
through the
been
process
yelling
coming
about.
in. They didn't come through the process coming in. Why should they do it? Have it going out?
They shouldn't. And I wish we didn't do we wouldn't doing all that we are doing. We should just go and grab them up and just take them on and get them gone.
Yeah, they right before we went
Sneaky
off last night.
hillbillies.
I don't know if it's true or not, but there's a woman there at the fence screaming at the ICE agents, and they said it was the wife of the Renee. Everybody said that was the wife of Renee. Whether it was true or not, I
Well,
don't
they
know.
need to hold her accountable too because she
Yeah,
was the
she should be.
instigator in it.
She should
Hey,
be.
Gator girl, welcome back.
And the dude that was in him, they shoved the ICE officer to begin with.
And oh, I didn't clip it or anything. That's why I like clipping news things, so I have proof that it was said, so I won't be called a liar. But I'll go ahead and say this. I don't have no proof of it, but I did see it. Her wife, that girl, that crazy girl, said, "Go, go, baby, go," or something like that.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
she said. She's got a GoFundMe page, and she's got over $1 million
Oh
on it.
yeah, they're donating like crazy to her. That should go to the kids, the
Yeah.
children, not that piece of garbage. And I'll stand by my words on what the heck.
Well,
This guy standing up there with a folded flag, like a burial flag. What's that for? That's that. Mm, mm, mm.
And not
Make it look like a veteran flag.
I read the Bible, and I've been taught the Bible. I pretty much know right from wrong. And from the way I was growing up, it's a man and a woman, not two women and not two men.
That's right.
You just don't push it on me.
Yeah.
But when they call her a Christian and she's doing what she's doing, that don't sit right with me.
Yeah, that's blasphemy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's
or
blasphemy.
mocking the Christian religion or faith. Or,
Yeah, they always do the worst when they rebel. They always go the worst, And it appears that there's a big case of rebellion there in that family. Is what I see, she was rebelling against God.
Yeah, but then they always have to throw in she was a good Christian and she was this and that. And I'm like, I know I'm not a good Christian, but I'm not doing the things that I know isn't good to God's eyes. I mean, I know I say a few cuss words every now and then, and I mean, I maybe get myself in trouble every now and then, but I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not judging, but I don't think that's right for them to say, because it's like how do they know she was I mean, it's like they're judging her.
Yeah.
I just stuck my foot in my mouth. I'm judging her too. She could be.
Well, we got our thoughts. We're not really judging. We're giving our thoughts. Our thoughts on the situation. It's not a judgment. It's a opinion. Yeah, because the only one's going to judge her is God.
It does say in the Bible, you'll be known by your fruits.
Yeah, it just says, do not bear false witness, Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can explain it, but that's really not judging. That's giving your opinion of the situation. It just
Yeah,
like,
and I know people has their opinions about me. They think I'm a heathen.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
There's people that'll think everything. What kind
But
of
that's
flag is?
okay. Like I say, God knows my heart. He knows your heart. He knows Darlene's heart. He knows Gator's heart. He knows Sherry's heart. He knows Tracy's heart. He knows everybody's heart. So he knows, and that's all that matters is what God knows and what He thinks. Everybody else can kiss my rumpuses.
Well, the Fuzzies are showing up there tonight. They must have walked from Portland or something. It took them a while, but they're there tonight, all over the
Is my
place.
blue is my blue shark there? I like the blue
I haven't
shark.
seen the shark. I've seen the frogs, and I've seen pickles, and I don't know what. There's something else. I don't know what it is. But
Oh man, I
oh,
miss
there's
seeing
somebody
my
for
blue shark.
Palestinian.
Of course.
They had to stick him in one of those sheriff's cars going by and take him to Palestinian.
Of course, of course, of course.
I don't know what some of these characters are. Oh, excuse me.
That's true, Carol. No one can judge but God.
Yep. We can give our opinions, but you know.
In my opinion, ain't much.
I don't. Yeah. Man.
Everybody's got opinion.
Oh, they put the fire out. That was funny. They brought all the ICE agents out to the gate, and then another group snuck in from behind and put out the fires. They're all up their gate facing the ICE agents, and they come in from behind, and pretty good. Easy
They need
peasy.
to, like I said, surround them, work them in, move them closer in, then grab them, load them up.
Yeah.
I think my plan would work. I don't have
Yep.
many plans, but I think that would work. Just make a bigger, like you was talking about.
Yes, surrounding
Jericho.
Dearborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to surround that place too and take care of them while we're there too, because you know all them is illegal too. Probably they should be next on the list.
There's something looks like a red. I don't know what it is. Must be an alien. Looks phallic, you know. I don't know what it is. I got a new guy on here. Looks pretty good, you know. Looks like these people are, you know, mostly conservative on the remarks and everything. Oh, Loud Mangst.
I seen
MANGST.
someone. I seen somewhere when I was flipping through trying to find some stuff. I seen someone say that this weekend that the Patriots was going to go down there and
Well, I would hope so.
protest.
We need some. We need a
Said that
big showing.
they're getting lined up, and that this weekend they're going to be down there and show their patriotism. I don't know which day. They didn't say which day. They just said that they was getting it all organized. That this weekend they was going in, is what was said on the clip.
I'd like to know what happened with the guy that knocked down and knocked out those 4 or 5 guys the other day. You know, the one dude with the umbrella that he put flat out, attacked him twice. That guy, I think he took out the most in the whole time. You know, He beat old Tommy Boy out in one round. I haven't heard
Well, it's
anything whether,
coming.
huh?
I said it's
We
coming
need
to
more. We
rise
need,
up. Rise up's coming.
something's got to give. I mean, I'm not advocating for violence or anything, but these megaphones in the face, right in your eardrums and stuff like that. Whoop.
I just wish Trump would just sign that order. Just sign it and let it go. Let the FBI and all of them take over these little cities that's wanting to start this crap. Put them in their place, and then get them calmed down, and then exit left, like Trump does. Trump goes in, takes care of business, and leaves. That's what I believe he would do with this. Get these cities back in order and go on to his next mission.
Yep.
But I also heard, have you noticed too that Venezuela, the Democrats was all up in arms about it. But this Iranians,
Iran. Yeah. Iranian.
you don't hear them say not one word about them.
No.
You know why? Because they're wanting Trump to help them. They're crying out for Trump to help them. They support Trump, and the Democrats has got their bloomers in the wad, and they're mad at him, so they're not going to say anything.
Yep.
See, honestly, I don't trust Venezuela. Look at what they seen over here.
Yeah, the Iranians need a lot of help from us. I hope we don't do like they did in Reagan. And
No, I think Trump's a little smarter. I think he's gonna go in and do what he needs to do and get out like he did with all these other ones. And people says he's still hanging there. Well, yeah, he's still hanging there. Make sure they act right. If they don't act right, he'll do what he needs to do and leave again.
Yeah. At that time, we were bad not backing up the Shaw. The Shaw wasn't correct in all things, but at least it was they were a good ally at the time. And a lot of people vacationed in Iran at that time. It was a great place to go and visit. But now, they're shut down and impoverished.
I won't even go to Mexico.
I won't either. No.
I won't even go to Mexico. I won't
not even Cancun or nothing like that.
Ain't going nowhere. I don't even believe I would go to Alaska because it's too close to the edge there.
Yeah,
too close to grab me. Yeah, they can grab me. No, I'm good.
Well, actually Canada's not that good. I mean, they're getting
Alberta. They're coming.
Alberta's all right. They want to become their own republic.
Yeah, but if they have to, they would join us to get.
If they had to, yeah, they would. But right now, they want to be.
I hope they get their own. But if they have to, they'll come to us because they think.
I don't know
if they don't care.
The way they're talking, they want to become their own republic and bring others around them into it. Because everything west of Toronto they're not represented.
Gator girl. BitBat knows more about that, but a video I was watching did say that China and them was making trading deals. Canada and China. I don't know all the facts.
Yeah, Canada's deep with China. They
Get little
back
bits
when I was a youngster. It really shocked me. We went to Toronto during the they had an exposition every 1st of September, and the exposition hall was full of Chinese, China cars and Russian cars, and
China's in
it
everywhere.
really bogged my mind. I was a youngster, and we were against them, and we were against Russia and China, and here they had all their stuff, and
That's right, Sherry. We need Greenland. China and Russia's putting their nose over there, and they need to stop.
it was like a whole new world,
Yeah, it's gonna be East Virginia.
And it's still that way. It's still that way. It's just like when I went to Nova Scotia, the Cubans were all over the place. The Cuban fishermen, they were everywhere, I'm like, wow. And you couldn't video what they were doing. They were catching the big tuna. You could not video what they were doing.
I'll just pick up little bits and pieces of things that I hear. I don't know.
Yeah, we got 1 minute. I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you, Tina.
Right.
I've enjoyed it.
Thanks for joining me. Where's Chris at? Where's my baby brother? He must be TikToking it.
Yeah, I haven't seen him anywhere.
Yeah, he must be TikToking it. I'm gonna have to talk to him.
It must be. He must be tired of it.
We're gonna have to ask him. He must be TikToking.
Apparently.
You're welcome, Sherry.
Good night, Gator. Love you too. Love all you guys, Sherry.
We love you.
Darlene.
Thanks for getting up here with me.
Yep. Thank you very much. Good night, all. Love you.
Okay, good night. Love you. Okay, everyone. It's time to say good night. And Rumble, it'll take time. Maybe. But on Rumble, Goodnight Party Bonsai and BitBot, and on YouTube, all of my family, good night, sweet dreams, and be safe, and God bless. And please keep Julius, Jared, Teacup, because she's getting ready to have her eye surgery, y'all know. And Cindy, I don't know where she's at either. We'll have to hunt her down. And Christopher. And Gator Girl. And Betty and Steve. And his and her brother-in-law. And many, many more. So just keep all our family in your prayers. And then, like I say, if someone crosses your heart or your mind, pray for them. Like today, I was coming home from work, and of course I pulled over, but Cindy crossed my mind, and I prayed for her on the way home. And Sky says, "Let's do it, Mama." So we pulled over and we prayed. So if anybody crosses your mind, just pray for them. And I love each and every one of y'all. And I will see y'all tomorrow on Gator Girls. Yay. Good night.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking is a straight one, outsiders say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town, sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.